Right, we can see you.
Tell me when you want to start the video.
Yeah, okay. First, I'll just give a little bit of introduction of myself and we'll come to the school project. So I'm Pragnesh Naik. Was born in Lusaka and in 1970 moved to Ndola and joined Osbonde Primary School in those days. Whilst we were still at school, it changed to Kanini Primary. We lived on First Street near the railway station, and my closest neighbor was Hemzi, and we were good cycling buddies and cricket buddies. My dad, Kantilal Naik, worked for Lusaka Wood and Coal, which later on changed to Mamba Collieries. That is working for the government. He passed away when I was very, very young. We carried on, finished education, and then obviously as years went by, we moved here, but I specialized in the travel industry. And I joined Steve Blager's, which I'm sure everybody recalls. And then later on took on Royal Travel and Tours, which was under Captain's Cabin. Moved to the UK after getting married and all. And I still carried on with my trade in the travel industry. In the year 2000, I felt I needed a change as I was getting bored and internet was just coming in a big way. So I changed the trade and went into restaurant business, which has been, with God's grace, very successful for us. We opened up a chain and we got taken over by an American company. Indians from the US offered us and we sold out to them. Now I do consultancy, strictly consultancy only for hotels, recruiting this, it involves recruiting staff, interviewing. Then also I get involved with the project that if they're setting up a restaurant right from the scratch, right up to build, how the setup is to be done, where the chefs are to be brought in from, and all that sort of thing. So that keeps me pretty busy. Of course, during COVID, it went quiet, but it's picked up again. A lot of projects on hand at the moment, and hopefully that will keep me busy till early next year. As far as the project that we did for Conscientious Secondary School, this came about on my visit to Zambia. And I had a spare day and I went to the school and we looked at the state of the school that it was. We started with the toilets as our first project. I mean, somebody said why, but I think that was something that was very, very needed. So we started with the girls' toilet and then moved on to the boys. Now, I am sure that in this group today, we have somebody or the other who has studied at the school. And you may recall where the toilets were in the main block. And what we also did was we built new toilets by the prefurbs. Just behind we had the TD class and art classes. So we put up a whole new set of toilets there as well. We've got a small clip and a few photos just to show you what the state of the toilets were. Arun bhai, if you could kindly.
Sure. We'll start with the video first.
If it's a problem, I can go to the photos, no problem.
Okay, those were the photos.
The photos are there. Sorry, I can't see them.
Oh, you couldn't see them?
No,
Oh,
we could not see them. We could not
Oh,
see
okay.
them.
Hold on 1 second then. 1 second.
Yeah.
Okay, can you see them now?
No,
No. Huh?
nope.
Okay, let me do it again. Okay. Start share screen.
Yeah, we got it. Thank you.
There
So
we
these
go.
photos are what? Yeah, there we go. So we started. We first made the sign, and this was the state of the toilets.
that must be the original color.
Yeah,
Oh God,
There.
this is what we finished it to.
very nice. Hmm.
Okay, we got it now.
Yeah. You think you can play the clip? No.
You want me to play it again?
No, just a clip if you can.
Yeah, I can.
The
do. Hold on. Why is it not giving me the clip? Hold on 1 second. Technical problems.
No, not to worry, not to worry. Right, don't worry. So, okay, so this project was started with a couple of classmates. Ilesh was, of course, in the class, so he would know. We've had, now the chap set who were in my class went a very, very long way. We've got a Professor Ian Banda, who's the professor at the University of Zambia, and today is the kingpin for water project in Zambia. Any water projects and aid that is brought into the country, he's the one who looks after it. Then we got Clifford Mulenga, who was here with British Telecom and was called back by the president to Zambia to run the telecom in Zambia. So he's done very, very well for himself as well. He's still the operations director, but he's got a foot in the UK as well. So the three of us had got together and decided that we needed to do something. So immediately, all of us put in $3,000 on the spot and took on the project. But obviously things with the way costs escalate in Zambia, the project ran a bit over and we finished all the toilets for $16,500. And we had about $4,000 remaining, for which we joined another group, class of 95 to 99, who are planning on replacing all the blackboards in every single classroom. That is 33 classrooms. They were struggling for funds. So again, we put in a bit of extra money and completed the project. Our main task now is, this is where I'm gonna obviously come and ask for help from anybody and everybody. We want to build a learning course center. What this will do is it will house a library and a computer classroom. We're looking at roughly about 60, to put in 60 about laptops in there. Those who have studied there will recall where the prefabs are. That's a site which has been chosen, or we've been given a new option where the teacher's car park was, which is in the front. They have decided to do this so it will showcase what Conscience Secondary is doing and how far they've reached. We have been approached by not Zambians, but other people who said they would like to contribute something towards it. And we said we put a price tag on it of $500 per family, per person, in memory, whatever it may be. And we will put a plaque on the board to say where the donation has come from. This is not just only for us or for people to know who donated, but for the next generation to come as well. What the Indian community has done for the school. Majority of the donors so far that have registered are predominantly Gujarati. Anybody in the group who has studied at this school, I humbly request you all, whatever you can give, please, every dollar, every pound counts toward this project. The funds will be administered in Zambia by professional people. There is no question of theft of money at all for this particular project. Be rest assured. The money that is donated will go for the cause that it is due for. Of course, on board, we've got some professional people who have done great projects with schools in Zambia, mainly in Andola. And any help you can give us as well, we will highly appreciate it. You can run the project as well. There is no question who runs the project here at this moment. If you got hands-on in Zambia, even better. Thank you. Any questions, please?
Yeah, we can open up the floor. You can unmute yourselves, and then any questions for Pragnesh, please go ahead. Thank you, Pragnesh. That's a great.
Thank you.
If I can come in, Pragnesh, I mean, that was a good presentation and very commendable work that you and other guys are doing for Consensus School.
Thank you.
Yes, that's very commendable. What you probably forgot to mention was that you mentioned $500 US per family, etc. But where do people forward their funds?
Yes, so I'll put that on the WhatsApp group.
You need to share that information so that those people who would like to contribute have a place, you know, where the money goes.
Sure, sure.
So yeah, it's good if you can share
The
that.
project cost at the moment is roughly about $80,000. But what we want to do is we want to do it in stages. We're not looking at, raising all the funds. As the funds come, the build has to be done. And then gradually we start the library and then bring in the computer classes later. Sorry, I forgot to say something. Whilst we've been doing this, a few of us have been individually sponsoring 2 kids from the school with very poor background, but bright. So every month we donate towards the upkeep, in the sense to make sure the uniforms are there, the bicycle is there, he's got enough food to have. And this, what has done is it has excelled now within Zambia as well. It has sort of spread and it's going in all directions. Of course, when we studied, it was free. Now it's fee paying. A lot of students struggle with that as well. So it is something that, if one wants to take up, you're looking at maybe $25, $30 maximum a month. We spend that on an evening out easily. It's something, if anybody wants to consider, I can put them in touch with the school and they'll correspond with you directly as well. What we did was I had a year 9, which is basically Form 2 student that I took on after seeing a clip of his playing football. And this guy had talent. And that clip was shared by many people. And you will not believe how his luck has changed. He got spotted by a talent scout from Belgium. And they took on themselves, basically it's lost for Zambia, but they took this guy away. His name is Bernard Zulu. And today he plays for the top premier team in Belgium. At the age of 19, he's done fantastically well now. But he in turn has joined me, and through obviously the money that he earns, he's sponsoring 20 kids.
Excellent.
So it's spreading, and that is what we want. There's no glorification here. It's simply opening doors for children who are less privileged than we are.
Pragnesh, just for the benefit of people listening in today, again, another worthwhile project, sponsoring or adopting children as such. You mentioned get 25, 30 US dollars a month expense per child.
Yes.
But now, how long, if one would think of sponsoring or adopting a child,
Entirely up to you.
how many
Entirely up to you.
years are you looking at? Is it 1 year, 2 years, or there is no limit to that?
But I'm doing a continuous thing. So when they graduate, they move out, I take on other two kids. So mine is a continuous project, but it doesn't have to be. You can just say, look, I'm happy to give for 3 months. That is fine. What they will do with that money is they'll share it amongst not just one, but 2 or 3, 4 kids.
Right. So
Pragnesh, yes.
basically, the funding goes into a pot, and then
Yes.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
And this has been how shall I say, managed by the school itself.
Yes, it's managed by the school itself.
Okay.
And
And
the
do you
school
have any say
Send
in
you
that?
report as well.
Yeah. Do you
Yes,
have
they'll
any
do-
say in that project, or is just the school responsible for making the final decision?
No, we are. They'll send you a list.
Okay, that's
They'll
fine.
send you a list of children. You decide who you want to give it to.
Great. Okay.
Pragnesh, one quick question. Do you channel all this money through a charitable organization? So it's tax deductible?
Yes, so that's exactly what is being set up now. The school has got a charity number, but unfortunately they don't want us to mix for the project that we are doing. They don't want to mix. As I'm talking to you now, I hope by tomorrow we'll have our registered charity as well.
In UK?
In UK and in Zambia.
Okay.
Be good to share the details of the charity.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I will share it. I'll share it.
So can we forward the check to the UK charity registered in the UK?
Yes, once it's registered. Because to be
Yeah.
honest, we haven't opened up a bank account as yet.
Okay.
Then
Then we can send it to the UK charity.
Trustees are going to be.
Yeah. So once we got the charity number, it's easier for us to open. Now the banks here also a bit not that straightforward in opening charity accounts. So obviously we need to have all the paperwork in place, which like I said, hopefully tomorrow, day after, we should have it done. And soon after we'll open the bank account.
And then you can send the details on this Zoom.
Yes, Zoom, and I'll put it on the WhatsApp group as well.
WhatsApp
Yeah,
group.
yeah.
Pragnesh, congratulations, great job.
Thanks.
A couple of questions on the, are you doing, are teachers' toilets also involved?
Yes, they done as well.
Okay. And what kind of student body are we talking about? How many students are there at Consenji?
At the moment, there's 1,700.
And how many toilets are you building?
So we basically built, so the boys' toilets, we've got 8 in the main block and 6 in the outer block. Unfortunately, I know it's not enough.
Yeah.
Yeah, and the same number for the girls as well.
And that includes urinals also? Or
Yes, yes.
how about showers?
No showers. Showers we only got in one place at the back. It's just like an adjacent to the toilet that we've built, and we've put 4 showers for the boys and 4 showers for the girls. What is happening is at the moment there's not much sporting activity happening in the school. I mean, rather in all the schools, but we've put them for the moment because that's something we would like to in the future do as well. Consenji had a beautiful swimming pool which they filled up with sand, and that's something we want to dig up, at a later stage and bring the swimming pool back to life, and of course a ground as well to build a court, basketball court and all that. Basketball was being played in the main hall, if you all remember, but we want to bring it outside.
So right.
Pragnesh, how much did the bathrooms cost about?
Sorry, say that again. So the total cost, we spent $18,500. Totally, we made it totally new. We put with non-slip flooring, everything, right up to scratch.
What, 28 bathrooms?
Yes.
Because I'm
Did you have
thinking of doing the
somebody
same thing for
locally-
Kanini as well.
Sorry.
Schooling, I'm thinking of doing about the same thing for Kanini Primary as well, Kanini Secondary School as well. So if I could get your contract to the guy who did yours, might help
Okay.
us to get him along with that.
Yeah, sure. By
Yeah.
all means. By all means.
Great.
Capacity problem. By
Good.
all means.
Very
Yeah,
good.
Pragnesh, this is Ajay. I commend you for everything you've done. Amazing. I had a
Thank you.
question. Do you have a website where you can kind of promote different projects, promote the sponsorship for the kids? Do you have a centralized project where we can share it with
no.
different groups?
Ajay, sorry, like I said, it all started as an individual thing, but it has grown quite a bit now. And yes, we have requested the school to set it up.
Yeah,
Because
that'd be great.
Yeah, we don't want to set it up as an individual person. We want the school to do it so that somebody who looks at it knows that the funds are going directly to the school and to the child concerned.
Pragnesh, I know I'm not an expert on this issue, but looking from the layman's point of view, would it not be a better suggestion to have a foundation or a charity like Yashwant has, Ajay has, and Guru, they are having like a foundation?
Yeah, that's
that
exactly.
you have.
Naveen, but that's exactly what's happening now. That's
Yeah.
all being registered and all that. So it's done in a proper way.
So I think it would be better from my viewpoint. I could be wrong, but instead of letting the school handle everything, it might be better that you, as a charity or a foundation, handle the project from the start to finish, and then hand it over to the school to.
But
Right.
as far as the work which was done, that was handled by our class guys only. The school was not involved in it because we wanted to control all the funds and everything as well. So that was done strictly by the guys in the school who are in our class. But obviously, as far as sponsoring the child, we had to unfortunately knock the school's door
No,
because we don't know
obviously.
which child is okay to pay for the fees and who's not. So this is the reason why we had to approach the school.
Pragnesh, can I ask you a question? Who else is involved in your group there?
Well, there's myself and there's 6 other guys, but they're all Zambians.
Okay.
There's 7 of us at the moment. Now, somebody may recall Pat Puta, who used to be in Andola.
Yes.
Yeah, Pet Putra, yeah.
His son is Junior Pat. He's the one who coordinates the project. He was not unfortunate in our class, but he's very, very highly connected in Zambia. And obviously he was at the school as well. He was a year ahead of us. And through his connections, we have put him in charge at the moment. And with Clifford Mulenga, who was our classmate, who will eventually take over from June.
Pragnesh, you mentioned about sponsoring these students.
Yeah.
And you said that the information, the school will give you the information and then you can choose. So
Yes.
what kind of information are they going to give you for you to be able to
Basically,
choose?
give you the background of the child, the family background. They'll give the whole family background. They will even submit you reports how good the child is at his studies, where the weakness is, where he's strong, what help he needs. So for an example, he may have a bicycle, so they'll say what we need for him is just money for food or money for books and for school fees. And once a term, uniform. But the $30 that you give, trust me, goes a very, very long way in Zambia.
Do you know how much are the school fees?
School fees is roughly comes to about a month, $47 roughly.
So
For the
Pragnesh,
year
No, for the month.
or for the month? Okay.
That's
Hello,
a lot
Pragnesh.
for Zambia.
Yeah, it is. It is.
But hello, Pragnesh, I have a question. Hello, Pragnesh.
Yeah, hi.
Yeah. Once you set up the charity, in London, in UK, right?
Yes.
Can't we just set up a direct $30 a month through your charity in London, where I can pay every month £30, $30, and then it goes to the school via yourselves? Can't we do that?
That's fine. That's fine. Because even if you give it to me, I still have to channel it to the school.
Yeah. So once you have registered your charity and you send us the bank account in London,
Yeah, sure.
then I would prefer that. I don't know about the others, but
No, that is fine. Absolutely fine. Just give me a week or so. We should
right.
have the, and then we can take it up from there.
Lovely. Thanks.
And this is strictly voluntary. Like I said, it doesn't have to carry on for a year or two. If you
Yeah.
decide every now and then,
You stop
it's
it.
fine.
Yeah.
Fine.
Excellent.
Every penny collected will
Yeah.
go a long way.
Right.
Pragnesh, if you want to set up something for the long term, I think you need to give serious thought to how you want to structure it, because this may be just the beginning, but
Yes.
in future that other issues would arise where
Yes.
funding is required. So if it's probably something that needs a bit of serious thought, in my opinion.
It does. So the plan is that I was supposed to go in March, but obviously that's neither here or there. So
Yeah.
I'm planning to go in July. Hopefully we can travel safely then and get this whole thing rolling in a proper way with all the paperwork in place,
Right.
and have somebody, either we approach Andola Hindu Samaj if they're willing to help us out, so that we have local eyes on what is happening. I don't mind channeling. We don't mind channeling it that way as well.
May I come in? My name is Dinesh Sharma. Pragnesh, how are you? Your job is very excellent. I would like to refer Mr. Nanjibai Patel of Liberty Biscuit,
Yeah,
as he
Nanjikaka, yeah.
did a lot of work for us in Rotary, in Andola Hindu Samaj. So if he could be co-opted as a coordinator in Zambia, I think it
Sure.
would be very ideal. Get a cheap labor, good labor, and get you done. And there will be an accountability in Zambia.
Of course.
It's my
of course.
suggestion.
Yeah, no, that is fine. That is fine. This is why I said that, we would rather have local eyes on what is going on. Obviously, when we go down, we can just go down for a week or so, visit, but we're not there all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we need local eyes, on this whole thing. And obviously maintenance as well. We just want to make sure it's not abused.
Right.
Any more questions?
I don't think there are any more questions, but I think it's very much appreciated, all the work that you do for Consentia. And
Thank you.
Just one more.
Pragnesh, once you find your feet, I'm sure that there will be ample people to lend you a hand. Once
I
you're
hope
organized.
People feel offended because
Yeah.
I'll put it on as a constant reminder on the WhatsApp group. And please, it's not meant as an offense or to force anybody to donate, but just a reminder, from time and time again, you could have a friend who's got no connection with Zambia or with Andola for that matter, but maybe want to donate. And that will be a reminder for you to say, hey, why don't you help us out?
Sure. There's one more question, I think. Is it Panna?
Pragnesh, is this
Yeah.
going to be affiliated charity?
Yes. Yes.
Affiliate. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Okay,
Good job.
any more questions?
No, the only thing I would say is if you do find good soccer players, make sure they play for Arsenal, please. Only Arsenal.
And not for Belgium.
Yeah. And not
Because
Leicester
Arsenal
City.
really needs help this year.
Leicester
No,
City.
the thing is
Man
that
United.
He's got one more
United
year,
is doing very well, thank you.
and he's going to become a citizen of Belgium. Belgium is pushing to get him a citizenship. So can you imagine?
Yeah,
We'll have
good
a
for him.